Today we have a 2016 Honda Accord coupe, and we're going to take the front door panels off. They're fairly simple once you know what you're doing. So we're going to get started. First we're going to take the little cover up here on the top. There's a couple screws there, and then right here there's a little rubber piece inside where you pull the handle towards you. That piece doesn't actually come out. You got to get under. It's kind of a little bit hard to pull up, and there's a Phillips screw under there as well. And then there's two hidden screws. There's a little panel here, and there's another little panel here that you got to pop off. And there's you want to use probably like a plastic tool or a real thin screwdriver to get in there to pop those out. And then there's two screws there, and then basically it just pops off. And then once we get the panel off, lift it up and get it off, we actually have to release this thing. There's a couple clips that you just pop off, and you basically leave the handle and everything there, and you pull the panel off, and then you basically unplug your switch, your light, or whatever harnesses that you have to do. So let's get started. First we want to go ahead and remove this little access door and then open it. It's got a little push thing. With your screwdriver, you push down on it, it goes down. It's got two little legs on the bottom, which pulls back in and snaps in. And then there's two Phillips screws that need to come out. There's the second screw. We want to go right here where you pull on the handle, and this little rubber piece pops up, but it doesn't come out like on the other Hondas. This one's a little bit different, so you want to kind of work your way. Get it pretty hard. You got to pry one end of this up, and once you get it pried up, it basically just folds back like that. And then you have a screw exposed right there, and then it has like little rubber legs. The lighting you can see in here, but they got some little rubber legs right here that snap right back into place there. So we're going to go ahead and take that Phillips screw off. This screw is a little bit difficult to take off than most. It's almost like you have to angle your drill a certain way for it to come out, or else it just doesn't seem to want to come out. I don't know why Honda made it like that. All the other Hondas I've ever worked on, the screws come off really easy. This one seems to be a pain. Don't know why they made this kind of setup on these. They didn't just do the inserts. Maybe they were getting lost. Who knows? So next, we're going to take off a little access panel here and here, and then there's two Phillips screws that we need to take off of there. Panel is right here, so there is like a little notch right about there. Oops, there's a little notch right about there, and if you can see it on the camera, so that pops off, and that exposes a little screw right inside of there. Get that first screw down, then we move a little bit further down right here. Okay, this panel right here we need to take off. A notch, I think it's like somewhere in here. I missed it, it's right there. It's a little bit higher up, there's a notch right there. I'm going to pull that panel. Pretty much pops off. Pops off, so it goes in like that, so it pops off from the front. And then there's a screw exposed right there that we got that screw out. Next, we want to take off the little speaker that's up here in the front. You want to take this little speaker cover off. You can either a little plastic tool, get behind those screwdriver or something. Just work your way, and then just unplug the little tiny connector that is there. Little connector right here. You just push down. It comes off of the right here off where the speaker is. This reverse order goes in, snaps in. Next we want to work our way around the panel. I use wedges, so just kind of work your way down so that the panel will release itself. You can actually slightly tug on it. Around. make sure we release the last clip. There's one like right in here somewhere. So and then what we're going to do is we're going to pull it up, and then I'll bring you around back, and then we'll show you how to unplug that. Slide the panel up. So we have, this is the part that we need to remove. The actual clip right here that needs to be, you can either try to pry with like a little screwdriver, like that, where it releases it, and then there's one down here too. Just kind of get underneath it and release it. I believe there's one more back here. And it pops off. So basically it has 3 clips. One here, and one here. And then you just snap them back in when you put it back together. Further down on the panel, I don't know if I can get you in here on this shot. This has a little like lever here. So what you want to do is you want to push down on here and then open it up like I got it open. Then when you put it back in, this thing will actually close down. Then right there's an actual clip. I don't know if you can see it. That clip has to be popped off so that you could, here we go. It has to be popped off of the panel. And then the last thing would be to just unscrew the light. So the last thing would be to just unscrew the light, turn it, and just pop it off. And that's pretty much it. Which does it for taking off the door panel. It's reverse order to put it back together. The driver's side, I believe, is pretty similar. I don't remember seeing anything different over there. Besides, I think maybe the memory for the seats. You just have to unplug that on the driver's side. But pretty much the rest of this is going to be pretty similar. If you have any questions, hit me up. Thanks for watching.